Happy day friends, welcome to my channel again, and today I am going to show to you my math lab note. This is my first activity. Solve the system of linear equation, it's my topic, and I have written objective, materials required, theorem and procedure steps. Now this is a graph of that activity, and this is step number 2, step number 3, step number 4, step number 5 and step number 6. Always and always you should write the writing part in the right side and the drawing in the left side. This is step number 7, step number 8 and observations. And this is my another graph. And this is conclusions of my first lab activity. And this is my third graph. And this is my second lab activity, which is sequence of number is an arithmetic progression AP. And I have written materials required, theorem, procedure, step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4 and 5. And this is my graph. And it's step number 6, step number 7 and 8. And I have written observations, conclusion. And this is my second graph. And this is my third lab activity, which is midpoint theorem. And I have written objective, materials required, theorem, that is midpoint theorem, procedure, observations. And I have a diagram. And this is the result. And I have another lab activity, which is equal chords of a circle are equidistant. And I have written objective, materials required, theory, procedure. And I have a diagram. And I have written observations and result. And this is my another lab activity, which is the length of the tangents drawn from an external point to a circle. And I have written objective, materials required, theorem, procedure. And I have a diagram. And I have written observations and result. And I have another diagram for this also. Here I have written line of fold. And I have written another lab activity, which is total surface area of a right circular cylinder formula. And I have written objective, materials required, theory, procedure, observations and calculation, and result. I have written it here. And I have a diagram for this. And this is next activity, volume of sphere formula. And I have written objective, materials required, theory, procedure. And these are the diagrams. And these are observations and calculation and result. And I have some diagrams. And another activity, to make a right circular cone. And I have written objective, materials required, procedure, result. And these are some diagrams of this activity. And another activity, probability. I have written objective, and this is another activity, to prepare a slignometer to measure the height to an object. And I have written objective, materials required, theory, procedure. And these are the diagrams of this activity. And I have written observations and calculation. And these are the diagrams of this one. It's actually a diagram. That's it, friends. My lab notebook is over. If you like my video, like, subscribe and do comment, guys. Thank you.